Okay guys, here we are back again on our Alexander McQueen document, and I'm using this as a kind of way to, well, show you a whole bunch of things. And now we're going to kind of continue on the whole world of selecting um, things so that we can affect things. We'll say selecting and affecting. So here we have the magnetic lasso tool right down here. Just grab that little guy, bring him to the top if he's not there now. And this is really kind of a fun and useful tool, not for everything, but anything with a nice kind of clear background like this. And now I am holding down my control and space bar so I can zoom up and kind of get a better look here. Alright, so here we go. Now what I'm going to do is basically click down with my mouse, and I am now dragging. And by the way, you can kind of stop and take a breather because you got to move your and let go your mouse, and it will continue even if you're not holding the mouse down now. As long as you started by clicking down, it knows what you're trying to do, and it's really laying down a path, just like everywhere else, our little paths here to make a selection. Okay, and this is really kind of the most basic of sort of, it's a fun tool. It's not always perfect. You can play with its settings a little bit to kind of get it to where you want to be, but I want you to kind of get a look at it. And I have to admit that I don't know absolutely everything about this tool. I just know that it's useful, and that rather than making those long painful paths that I've been showing you, that this is sometimes a great way to at least get a sort of quick selection going here. So here I'm moving my, by the way, I'm using my space bar there to kind of move around. So when you see the little hand come up, that's because I'm pressing the space bar and then moving with the mouse. So that's me holding the space bar while moving the mouse down. So it's a kind of a, it's a little bit of a tricky maneuver when you're not used to it, but it comes pretty quickly. So again, moving with the space bar, and now I'm just kind of moving my mouse approximately around this. And here you can see where it's going to get a little messy in here because it's not quite perfect. And I also have that sort of oval edge I did earlier on this. And you can see here it's not an exact tool, at least not the way I'm using it right now, but it certainly is a useful tool. And the closer you kind of adhere to approximately where you want to go, I'm doing this pretty fast and loose right now. It will follow along here. Oh, you see there where I've kind of like, it's kind of gone off a little bit here. And can I move that? Yeah, I can just kind of, I'm holding down the control key right now, and that's sort of helping move the path around. I have to admit I should really know a little more about this tool. But I think this is going to get you where you want to go. And then just like with the other path, you see that I've come to the end. I click down and boom, I now have a full selection. Now I've made this wonderful selection, and you know, as long as I'm not moving this shape around, there's a couple of things I can do now to edit this. One of them is, okay, I have this selection. It took me about 3-4 minutes to do. Maybe I want to save it because I want to use that. And you might be saying to yourself, well, how the heck do you save a selection? And here is how you do it. Selection. Well, oops, here. I think I'm a little off the border here of my movie. Okay. Selection, save selection. That's under select. And I will call this outline of dress. Now, this is your first introduction to channels, which is kind of a funky topic. I will go into it a little further in the next lesson, but quickly, here in channel, you now have a channel that looks like this. That's amazing. You can use that. Thank you very much.